I like the look of this. It's review time. Okay, so company has reached out to us asking us to do a review. It's called a Carpuride W903, and it's to go on your dashboard, and it's pretty cool stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to unbox it. I ain't looked at it yet. As you can see, it's all sealed up. We're going to unbox it and see what you actually get in the box when you order one of these, and then afterwards we'll get into the detailed review of it all and see if it's any good. So let's get on with it. Okay, so we move to the cab now. First of all, before we start getting into all the nitty gritty, we're going to do a measurement of this thing, because I know some of you would like to know how big this thing really is on your dashboard. So I've got my trusty tape measure here. Let's measure it. So here we are. let's get the old tape measure on there carefully on the screen there. So it's looking like we've got about 24 centimeters across. You can just about see there the inches if you're in inches there, and the height will be about 9.5, just shy of 9.5 centimeters in height when you go on your dashboard. So there's the measurements for you. So now we've got to decide is which attachment we're going to use to fix it into the cab. Now we've got a motorhome, our dashboard is slanted downwards. I don't really want it stuck to the dashboard. I'd rather have things on the windscreen so you could easily take them off later and adjust it or move it around or what have you. So I tend to move things around. So I think I'm going to use this one here, which is going to be pretty simple to do. So let's get on with it. Right, so I decided in the end to go with the fitting that was meant for the windscreen because I can adjust it, and because it had a sticky bottom to it, I couldn't resist, and I've just stuck it on there, tilted it a little bit the way I wanted it, got it in the centre. I think that's perfect for the camera, for the dash cam when we've got that going. And wired it directly at the minute. It's a bit messy. I ain't going to show you that. Straight down to the 12-volt socket. There is plenty of this cable, this power cable, 3.2 meters, so 320 centimeters long. So I can have this later on wrap around properly. But just for the sake of getting on with this video, I've just left it there for now. So it will be very tidy actually. So there you go. So let's get it hooked up. Okay, let's turn the ignition on. Get some power to it. And one thing to note, this doesn't have a battery inside it, so it's all running directly from your power source from the cab. So when you turn it off, it will go off. It doesn't keep anything on there. The memory card that comes with it is only to store the video recordings it's getting from the dash cam and nothing else. You can't put movies or music on it. It's all got to be basically streamed or from your phone. So right now we've got to sort out the connection now to CarPlay. We touch CarPlay and it tells you on there, look, we've got CarPlay, Android Auto. That's if you've got an Android phone. I've got an iPhone, so we'll be using CarPlay, AirPlay, Android Cast, Bluetooth music, Wi-Fi video. I say a lot of these are all to do with Android, but we'll be doing the CarPlay. So let's get it set up on the phone and show you how you do that. Right, so here we are on my iPhone on the settings. Just touch Bluetooth. Here's the Bluetooth settings. Just wait a second for it to pick up the CarPlay device, and there it is. So now we touch that. There we go. There's the pairing number. All you got to do is touch pair, allow for contacts and favorite sync. As simple as that. So here's the options we got. I can't show you the Android because we haven't got an Android phone. This is all about the Apple side of things, unfortunately. So anyway, here we go. So we got you can make phone calls. We got Apple Music, which you'll have to ignore that track. That's something we've played in the past. We've got all sorts on there. There's 80s music. We've got our own things on there. Guitar artists. But we'll try and play a little tiny bit of that in a moment. We'll show you that in a moment. So let's get back to the main menu here. So we've got maps. So let's touch that. Have a quick look at that. There's maps and where you currently are. Go back. You've got your messages, now playing, smart screen, podcasts, audiobooks, calendar, your settings. You scroll over that way, you've got a couple more, you've got Google Maps, and you've even got WhatsApp on there as well. And if you scroll this way, it's got a maps again on that side, and it's like sharing there. So you got the music side there. Go back to the home screen. And that's the home screen. So there's your options there. Look, CarPlay. So that's for us. That's your Android Auto there. AirPlay, Android Cast, Wi-Fi video. That's if you can actually stream videos, I think, from your Android phone, I think. I'm not sure about that one. Audio output, playback, and there's your settings. Okay, so if we select this option down on the bottom left-hand side, you can see the delightful view we got out the front of our cab here. Now look at that screen, isn't that lovely? I don't know if you can see that or not. That is really crystal clear. Hopefully it's coming through on the camera there okay. Let's try and zoom in a little bit for you. Can you see this? It's a lovely clear screen. This my camera doesn't do it justice, but that is really, really nice. And you can set that resolution to was it 720p, 1080p, and one up from that. I don't think it's quite 4K, but we'll have a look at that in a second. So yeah, other things on here, you got the home one there, which is basically what you've already on. So really, I don't know why that's doing there, but it's there anyway. You got the brightness thing here. That's quite good. So at the minute it's set to auto brightness. If you turn that off, and you can scroll this down, you can see the brightness going, look. Right, but I have it on auto, so you touch on auto, you can actually see it, look, it's adjusting it itself, look, because it looks at what the current light situation is and adjusts it for you. That's pretty cool. And you got your FM there. So the FM is part of the choice of things you can do to connect to your stereo in your vehicle. Now we've got speaker, which is actually a speaker built into that, which is not great. Then you got Bluetooth audio. So if you've got Bluetooth on your stereo system, you can play it through that. There's this FM, which I think is quite cool, and aux, which is the 3.5mm jack you can plug in and gives you another cable to plug into your stereo system if you've got that ability to do that. I have got that, but it's underneath, out the way. I don't want another cable hanging out of here. One cable, which is going to be nicely hidden around the back later on, is enough, and that's going to be really smart then. I ain't going to use the Bluetooth, I'm going to go for the FM. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put on my van stereo. It's already tuned in, FM, 104 megahertz. I can't hear nothing but static at the minute. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to home. We're going to go to CarPlay. We're going to play a tiny bit of music. I can't be careful here because of copyright reasons. And let's see what it sounds like. Yep, that works. How about that? That is brilliant. That is really, really good. And it's quite nice. You can see, it actually shows you the album cover there. Look, this is on Apple Music. Tells you the track and who's singing it. That is really, really cool. You can actually ask Siri to play a track for you out your collection as well on there, but that's to do with Apple Music. So yeah, we've got maps, and so let's have a look at the settings. We press on this little icon just here. You might have it over here, but I just moved it. So you press on the little house icon and you go back to the main menu before you selected CarPlay or Android Auto or whatever. So if you press settings, it just says stop recording. So basically it's now not recording from the dash cam. So we've got general, camera and system. Okay, so under general we've got settings for the screensaver, if you want to use the screensaver, left or right hand drive. So it moves the menus around depending on where you are, so it's easier for you to reach when you're driving. So that's that. Split screen mode, that's you can have the dash cam showing on one side while you've got something else on the other side that you're using. That's if you want that option. There's your brightness, assistive touch, and clear connections. So you go to camera, Camera format, let's just have a quick look at that to show you. I mentioned it earlier on. So the camera format, you got 720p, 720n, 1080p and 1080n. I've left it on 1080p. Okay, record resolution, that's for recording the videos, 720p, 1080p and the 2.5K. So that's a higher quality image. To be honest, I'm just leaving it on 1080p, that's good enough. Segment duration is to do with how much recording per file. So basically set to 1 minute at the minute. I think I might set that to 3 minutes actually. Let's go back to there again so I can show you. So you got 1 minute, 3 minute and 5 minute. How much until it starts recording on the next bit, if you know what I mean. So file size is basically what it's all about. Collision sensitivity. That's to do obviously the obvious really, isn't it? Microphone, rear mirror image and reverse line calibration. Now these two are all to do with the external reversing camera, if you've got that option, because there is an option to have a reversing camera attached to the back of your vehicle. They didn't send me one because I said I'm in a motorhome, it's very long and obviously they're meant for cars, so there's pointless sending me that. But if I was in a car, we could have had one with a reversing camera and you could have that attached to it. So on the system menu, we've got language, tip sound, that's turned off right now. If you turn it on, it just makes a little beep noise every time you press something, which is quite irritating, so I'll turn that off. Date and time, storage info, you can format, so you can format your little SD card. You can factory reset the device, and it even tells you the firmware version as well of the system. It's all pretty straightforward really. And that is, I think, about it really. So starting recording, yeah. So basically, as soon as you put power to this, it will start recording straight away for the dash cam. So you haven't got to go pressing anything. It always records all the time while it's got power running to it from your 12-volt socket. From here you can just touch the screen, by the way. There's some other options along here. You can locked video, so that basically means that it won't record over the top of the video. Once your card's full, that will be it. It's to protect your video files if you want to do that, but I'll leave it like that, unlocked. So taking photo, so I could just took a photo of the bushes and the washing line. That's your home one, so it takes you back to the home screen. This one here takes you to the, well, it's CarPlay on mine. That's your microphone, so if you want to record sound or not record sound as you're going along. And that is about it. So if we go back to there, and that is one pretty cool bit of kit. So the makers have kindly sent me a code, discount code. So I'll put it on the screen now. All the links are below in the video description, including the code. Pretty good bit of kit, I must admit. I'm pretty impressed with this, and we're definitely going to be using this, definitely. The only downside is, the only negative I'd say is having Jan's music list on there.
That's not very nice.
When George Harrison comes on, it's going off, I'll tell you. So, but yeah, absolutely brilliant. And I think I'm that impressed, I'm going to take down my current dash cam and we're going to use that for the future, because the screen on there is brilliant. The way it does things, I really like it. It's really good. And I say the ability to play music and all the other features that we haven't actually used really, which is like the phone, if you want to use your phone. Admittedly though, my phone is linked to the van system already with Bluetooth and what have you, but if you haven't got any of these features, you know, well worth having. And the thing is, with CarPlay, if you was to go and buy the usual CarPlay stereo system for a car, it means you're having to rip out all your car stereo and all the wires and what have you, and put in a very expensive unit in replacement of it. This is so simple. It's so simple. You just literally just fix it onto your dashboard or your windscreen or whatever, and one cable, connect yourself up to your phone, and there you go. You've got yourself your CarPlay at a much lower price, much more convenient, and yeah, very, very good. You approve?
I do. It's very good.
Not for your George Harrison. So she's been quickly in the background doing her playlists on Apple Music, you know, haven't you?
Yeah.
Bit worrying that. But yeah, I say if I had an Android phone to show you, I'll be able to show you these, but of course, you know, I ain't got two phones, and you use one phone. So, but that's CarPlay for you anyway. Very popular CarPlay is, and that is a great way of having CarPlay in your car or your van. Doesn't matter how old your vehicle is. Doing something like that, especially for the FM, because not every car stereo is going to have Bluetooth or some of the connections even, but it's always got FM, so to be able to play through the FM is brilliant. I think that's quite a highlight for me. I think that's very good, very clever. So but there you go. Yeah, so don't forget, links in the description below, and get yourself a discount as well while you're at it, and get sharing this video, giving it a like, and helps us out, and we'll see you again soon. Say bye.
Bye.
Ta-da.